That's Shannon Ballard live in Mountain View tonight. The GOP plan to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act passed its first hurdle. Republicans in the House Ways and Means Committee voted to push through the legislation, but groups in Alaska are preparing to fight, forming a coalition called Protect Our Care Alaska. KTVA 11's Bonnie Bowman joins us with why they say seniors and low-income families will be hit hard if this passes. Bonnie.
Well, Joe, the coalition of nonprofits, faith groups, and activists looked at analysis of the new law provided by the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, a nonprofit, nonpartisan group. They say a combination of premium hikes and tax credit cuts means this new legislation will hurt low-income and senior Alaskans more than any other people in the country. That is hard to hear for one man who says the Affordable Care Act saved his life.
At the time it was taken, all three men in this picture had cancer, and none of them knew it.
It's bad genes. I got it. It's been hereditary. My brother had it. My dad had it.
Steve Taylor is now a three-time cancer survivor who credits his life to the Affordable Care Act.
And it's luck of the draw. 2 years earlier, if I would have been diagnosed 2 years earlier, I might not have had the coverage, and I might not be here.
It's coverage some Alaskans could lose under the new law, simply because they won't be able to afford it.
Health care, unbeknownst to many people, is one of the key factors in prevention work.
That's good.
Trevor Storrs is the executive director of Alaska Children's Trust, a member of the Protect Our Care Coalition. He says the new legislation cuts tax credits for working Alaskans more than families in the lower 48.
So our working families, our most critical people, are going to actually have to pay more. We will see about a 78% drop in tax credit, so actually increase of around $10,000.
They're the ones who are going to benefit should this pass.
The AARP also spoke out against the new legislation, which includes what they're calling an age tax, allowing insurance companies to charge older people higher premiums.
This could mean up to an $8,000 premium hike on those who can least afford it. And that is simply unacceptable.
Something's got to give.
Taylor says the Affordable Care Act wasn't perfect, but he thinks risking coverage for thousands is also irresponsible.
It sounds to me like this is more about finances than it is about people's lives, and that's the frustrating part for me personally.
Alaska senators got a chance to see the first draft of the bill Monday night. Senator Murkowski released a statement today saying her office is analyzing the bill and taking time to fully understand how it will impact Alaska. She says it's still early in the process. Mike Anderson, a spokesman for Senator Dan Sullivan, also issued a statement saying Sullivan is reviewing the legislation and has some concerns, but he's pleased with the first steps to repeal the Affordable Care Act and will fight for more access to health care. Now, some positives people we spoke to had to say about the new legislation. It keeps the ACA provisions ensuring coverage for those with pre-existing conditions and allowing kids to stay on their parents' insurance until age 26. It also keeps Medicare Part D intact. But the coalition says it does undo Medicaid expansion in our state. Expansion gave 27,000 Alaskans access to coverage. Emily?
Good to know. All right. Thanks so much, Bonnie.